best, and it's best, and it's best, and it's best. I got the raw and the figure, so Dega, drop and that sick. Wow. Girlfriend, you are sexier. I'm not squeeze that song and looking, but it's illegal. It's somebody. Well, I came across him when I was at Nash TV. He's on, I think, on the Pandemic Rhythm. His name is General Waspy. Song ya Jenon Zibes. Irigo song yo most Wanga is best, and it's best, and it's best, and it's best. Oze tag Irigo on YouTube. Anyway, hello again. My name is Panashe Kimberley, and obviously I'm here again with another video, another story time that I would like to tell you. And obviously, I can't. You know, these stories are just primary school edition. Back to the very first, my very first boyfriend. Yeah, that's the title. My first boyfriend. My very first is in when I was a kid. Before we moved to Harare, we used to stay in Mutare. I went to Mutare Junior School. So I don't know if I should call this guy a boyfriend, but he was a guy that liked me. There was a boy that liked me in primary school when we were in grade 2. And you know how primary they would put my trampoline quite a trampoline. Chinonzi chiko chizvima frames zvekuti unoenda chinenge chine ladder and then you swing on top of it, and then apa pane bar and you can go on top of the bars, and there's something else, but pasapa panenge pari clear, pasina zvinenge zviri zvichioneka pasi, like there's nothing chakaiswa pasapa, saka anybody can be playing pasi papa. Now ini nangu ndandaneka mukamkomana nanjizoti akakanenge kanonifarira because pano ukuda penso here ondipa penso pano ukuda here chichi ona ndauya nemalolipop 201. So I was kind of like happy about having a boy who used to just do these little things. And around that time I was a very little, I was a little lady. Like I would play with Barbie dolls because my mom really just said, you know what, let's do the girly things to a max. So I had Barbie dolls, I had the Barbie car, and I was just a lady, I was just, yeah. And then kumana kamanje kaingo ameno, but kayotobva kumuriri nani, because kakatonamwa Vaseline, kakatopenya ne Vaseline zvokuti unoti ya mwana gezwa kakageza ane ganda rakageza. So this boy, now on this one particular day, mukomana uyu akaenda pa trampoline or pachi frame chiachitambira, and then me, I just, innocent minds, decided to climb on top, and then went on top and sat on top there doing my things on top. Guess what this boy does? Yeah, you guessed right. He went under the trampoline or under the frame. I don't know why I still call it a trampoline. But he went under the frame and he started looking up at my underwear. At first, I didn't know. I had no idea. And guys, I got to debug. But then people then started saying, he is looking at your underwear. He is looking at your underwear. And now me, I'm surprised, I don't know what's going on. Why are you doing that? You just started. And I started crying, and the teacher came. The teacher had to take me from the frame and put me down. And then mukomana yamvarowa nekamugoti ndakumuzgira tsitsi because yakuchemawo and arikusekwa nevanhu. Apa inini ndiri kufila violated ndidongorera bhuruma rangu. Yeah, but I think I then transferred because a few months or weeks after that we then moved to Harare. So I then transferred, and then from there. Now the first story that was in grade 2. Tamuva takwenda ku unanzi kuchiyuko kutaugara ku Highlands, so dandiri primary ikoko, and yeah. Grade 3 ndandakatsiga, don't worry, ndandakatsiga. Grade 4 ndandakatsiga. Grade 5, yeah, ndo baba idakameka mukomana kamkarat. And I think around about that time, I think eventually we should do my conversations that is serious. So discuss about when do kids start having feelings, because if somebody feels warmth or some kind of love towards a particular person at grade 2, she should not feel that love at grade 5. She should not feel that love, or is it not the same type of love? It's different. It's sweet. Your heart gets broken, but you get over it quickly, etc. But we should have these conversations, but anyway, that's a story for another day. Now, grade 5, as I was saying, and we were in the same team Yekuma sports. So Iangari chubby, like he was big, and we both couldn't run because I wasn't a runner in like athletics. So we would both be usually at the back of the line because we never really used to run much. And so at some point we sat next to each other, and then we started talking. What do you do? Why? Where do you live? And realized that Anugara, well, not necessarily Kumarain Kwedu, but he used to stay somewhere close to my house. So the first quarter of our journey back home, we could walk home together. So that's what we started doing. We started walking home together, and I would tell my mom, no, I'm going to walk home with my friends. You can come and get me pakona apo. So we would walk, and and my mom would be there to pick me up and stuff like that. Or whomever who's coming to pick me up at the time. Ndova tani ngiriki napaya I don't know how to I don't know how to explain it, but Tanjifamba wenda kumba one day, and this boy then says, I want to tell you something, and I'm like, okay, what's that? And then he hands me a letter. Now I promise you, mazwela yotsamba zais because tsamba yaradza kuti munhu atora nguva yake. Haisi text message, it's tsamba. Apa tutsamba twa primary, they would then color it, they would put hearts on it, and it's got this big ugly handwriting, but it's got pretty drawings on it. So it was so special to get a letter from a boy, because these boys would really go all out. Like at grade 5, these guys had the skill, man. And I know there are so many guys to this day who don't have that skill that some kids had in grade 5 or in grade 4. I don't know why they stopped doing that, but that's another conversation. Anyway, and then the letter said, I like you, will you be my girlfriend, and something else and something else. Oh my God! I was like so happy and everything because I had started liking this guy. And obviously, you can't interpret, you don't know how to interpret love, but I was just happy. And then, lunch, it's break time, people would see us together, he would play soccer with the boys, and then if he would score, he would come and hug me. I was innocent, shame. Those were the days. And akauya nechikafu, akauya nemari, ndiye ndakatomusona ende tenditoenda tese kutakutopi ikoko. Whether wanditengera mazepe or even a bag kana uri mbinga musi iwoyo, we would go together. So those experiences were the best, and I've maintained that is true, that school days were the best, particularly primary school, when all of us were very innocent, very non-deceptive, not lying. We would hardly ever lie to each other around that time. It was such an innocent time, and I miss that time. But anyway, that's all for today. My story time, my first boyfriend, and I gave you, this is a deluxe edition. Deluxe edition. I gave you 2 boys in my prime. Other than that, I'm virgin. I'd never had a boyfriend until I met Kim, okay? Yeah. See you next time, guys, and I love you. And by the way, I'm gonna show you pictures of this. Felinandi gifted this to me a while ago, and I never really wore it or advertised it, so I guess this is my chance to, yeah. So check out Felinandi's fashion. She does Ankara, she does lobola dresses, she does a whole lot of stuff because she's a designer like that. And do check it out. This is obviously a piece that I was probably wearing, supposed to be wearing standing up, but because I like sitting, I just sat. I'm gonna post pictures about it, and you're gonna see. So until next time, guys, I love you. We are purely virgin.